Well, now we look at the programs that are presented on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and we welcome Paul Walsh back to the stage.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Friday special one for me over a number of years. Back in the days when the breakfast lineup used to be Lopes, Riddell and Walsh. Those of you who don't remember Gordon Riddell, he was a big booming voice from the ABC, and he'd be sitting behind the microphone. His most exciting part was introduce the news on the hour, I think. But he also used to have a bad habit of just taking one last drag before putting the cigarette down on the console for a second and forgetting it was ever there. And of course, there were lots of nice brown marks all over the place. Also, too, on Fridays, we used to have a show called Kids Talk, and we used to also do a couple of other bits and pieces as well. But these days, of course, the programs have changed. We've got some fantastic people on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And if those people would like to make their way down, we'd like to introduce you to the rest of the audience so we can put a name to a face. So anyone involved in Friday, Saturday or Sunday, come on down. We need to move up a little bit into the light so we can see us all. Okay, we'll start with a not so familiar face. Mr. Kevin Trask, institutions at the radio station. Thank you, I'll keep to it, yeah. Institution at the radio station, just keep it coming all the time, and you'd be no one except for David Miller, is that correct?
That's exactly right, that's exactly right. Got to have a producer somewhere.
How many years have you been doing it for, Kevin?
I've been doing it for 25 years, which is hard to believe because I'm only 37.
Thank you, Kevin, that's enough from you, goodbye. Next up we have...
Peter Forbes.
Peter, which program do you do these days?
Friday night a bit of Nice and Easy, and Saturday morning.
Can we all just move the troops up just one step? That's it, beautiful. Sorry, Nice and Easy.
And Saturday morning, Chaos and Co, alternating with John Smith and the Breakfast Guys.
Fantastic. You get a good couple of calls coming in, do you? A lot of the regulars ringing in?
There's quite a few, yes. Usually with words of advice and whatever.
Thank goodness we don't have those text machines where people can text in their advice to us, otherwise we'd all be in trouble, wouldn't we? That's right. Speaking of institution, not to be institutionalised, but talking of institutions, Sandra McCurdy, of course. How are you, Sandra?
Really good.
That's good. Now, tell me, if Kevin's been doing his program for 25 years... 23 years you've been doing yours. Okay, we should have kept the gag about being 37 for a lady, shouldn't we, and said you started when you were 14. Tell me, what are the things you like most about being involved in the radio station?
Just enjoying all the company of all the rest of the presenters. It's a fabulous team to be involved with, absolutely. They all do a fantastic job. And my colleague here, John, who does the alternative Sundays with me, don't you, John? Yeah, once a month.
John, do you have recipes, or do you just keep out of that one altogether?
No, I don't have recipes.
The McCurdy family, of course, long tradition. I remember a young kid, long blonde-headed kid coming into the studio when he was, about 16 or 15 or 16 in Trent.
That's right. He hoped to be here today, but he couldn't make it, but he sends his love to everybody and says congratulations to everyone. And, it's been, a terrific journey for him when he was doing his programs here and being involved with the station. And, absolutely loved it. And because that's through 96.5 how he got his, journey into commercial radio. So he's doing really well. He's at 3GG at the moment, doing managing and what do you call it? Production manager, and he's an on-air presenter as well. So
fantastic. All started from the radio station. And of course, I can never ever forget sending poor old Alan out in the rain to hand out little hand-me-outs on the boulevard. It was belting down rain, but Alan was a soldier. He went out and said, well, if it's for the station, I'll do it. Great memories of Alan also today as well.
I would love every minute of doing that. He just absolutely loved the station, yeah.
He didn't tell me that at the time, Sandra, when he came back. He looked at me with that stare that he can get sometimes, but you're right, 100% for the station, and that's fantastic. Great to see you obviously here today. Who do we have here?
We have Nick. Hi, Paul. How you doing?
Good, Nick, and tell us what you do.
I do Nick's Mix on a Saturday night for 2 hours.
2 hours. Now, Nick's Mix, I don't think you would feature Underneath the Arches within that music format?
Not unless there's a DJ who's recently remixed it. But so the answer to your original question is no, with conditions.
Okay, so tell us some of the headline acts that Nick's Mix would feature on a Saturday night.
Basically, the 1950s forward is fair game. Fats Domino, Foo Fighters, whatever you like.
Excellent. Now, how did you get your interest in radio?
I turned up once on a weekend with some friends from uni, and they were doing a program intermittently whenever they felt like sort of turning up, and they saw that I had a musical interest, and I enjoyed sort of being there with them, and they just said, you can just have this if you want, and I just said yes, and they stopped arriving, and I've kept coming, and I have been here for 17 years.
Fantastic. Now, you're on air tonight, are you?
Yes.
When Kevin gets the moe out afterwards, please don't have any because you can't be drinking before you go on air, okay? And okay.
Only responsible.
Excellent. Thanks, Nick. Next up we have...
Mick Poor and Lee Fidesz.
Lee Fidesz, yeah.
And we do the one of the Sunday afternoon theatre programs.
Fantastic. The theatre programs. Tell us what sort of things you promo in your theatre programs.
Well, Eltham, Heidelberg, Malvern, Morty Alec, anyone we can get hold of, and we give usually we give a list of what's coming up and auditions from all the theatre groups, for the next so many weeks.
Local theatre is pretty strong these days?
Oh, very.
Local theatre is going very well, yes. There's lots of good stuff going on there, as I think Marie pointed out before. And friends. There's also several good programs on Inner FM about local theatre, hopefully including ours.
It's an important avenue for people, isn't it, to be able to get involved in local theatre, to be able to hear what's going on with it, hear where the auditions are, hear where the action is, and to be able to provide that. As we say, community radio is working with the community. So well done, guys. So anything in particular you would like to promo just at the moment?
Well, no, because the season's all finishing now, for Christmas. But keep an eye out, keep listening, and you'll get all the information for next year coming up very soon.
That's the important message. Keep listening. Don't stop listening. Thanks, guys. Well done. And next we have...
I'm Olga.
Now, Olga, you've been around for a while, haven't you?
Yes, if the station's 25 years, I've probably started when I was still in uterus.
There you go. Okay, fair enough. Which program are you involved in, Olga?
I present Saturday night show The Karumba Crew from 9 to 11 p.m.
Excellent. And what sort of music does the Karumba Crew play?
We play everything in the top 40, so a lot of Justin Bieber at the moment. Sorry. Some Nicki Minaj as well. Anything goes.
Can I tell you, I was watching the ARIA presentations the other night, and I reckon one of the best things I've seen in a long time was the Veronicas with Jessica Malboy and Tina Arena, who is looking as good as she's ever looked in the 40 plus years she's been involved in music. It was just a fantastic presentation, but having the two younger artists with her as well was just excellent. So you'd be playing all that sort of stuff, play a bit of Malboy, a bit of Veronicas?
Absolutely, definitely some Tina Arena with the Malboys, and that's the great thing about music though, isn't it? You've got people that are very young collaborating with people that are not so young anymore, and that's what we see here at the station as well. We've got a great variety of people that come together and do their shows and present their music, and it's fabulous. It's fantastic to see all the time.
You're a great radio presenter because you've done a great segue into the not so old, because I'm about to move to this gentleman here. Thank you, Olga. Well done. Yes. Now, you were 103 when you started 25 years ago, weren't you? No.
But I've gone backwards.
That's good. Now, tell us a little bit about your history at the station, David, what you're famous for.
Well, I don't know about famous for. I started when the station started, more or less. Kevin asked me to do local theatre for Heidelberg Theatre, and that's when it all started, and I got the bug. And in the few years after that, I seemed to be covering for people, who were away. I even did the wine show at one stage. And then I took on some of my own programs. We had weekend programs with Weekend Magazine, In an Hour. Does anyone remember In an Hour? And programs like that. And then I came across a guy named Tom Douglas. And I was doing morning breakfast, Sunday morning breakfast, and Tom would come in at about 7:30. I'd have to go open the roller door because it was the centre was all locked up in those days. And he'd come in and we'd have a chat. I put a classical recording, we called it Classical Corner, because a piece of classical music went for quite a long time and I could go out and have a chat. Anyway, the rest is history in a way, because Tom was on his last legs. In fact, he was in the Alston Hospital and on his deathbed, virtually, when he suggested that I should take over his program. And I had left the church 22 years earlier and had nothing to do with it. But he was quite convincing, and there was a message came from upstairs, and so I've been doing what was a life-changing hour, now called Worship on the Wireless, ever since, about 13 years now, and loving it. And Small Talk, which comes before Worship on the Wireless, And because it's small talk, I can do anything I like. And I do mostly travelogues these days. Go travelling and come back and write it all up and broadcast it.
Fantastic. It is interesting, the name Tom Douglas. You move around circles within this immediate Heidelberg, Ivanhoe area, and in some way, somewhere in a conversation, the name Tom Douglas comes up, and just a fantastic man, did a great lot of work for the community, as do you too. Sorry, Kevin, time is up, unfortunately, is it? We've run out of time, can't go any further. That's okay, listen, thanks everybody for... Do I have to get him back? As I said before, one of the original breakfast team. You were Monday and Tuesday, were you? And Gordon was Wednesday and Thursday. I know it was Friday.
Yeah.
Many years ago that was. No, don't remind you. Okay, so Ron, what do you do these days at the station?
These days?
Yes.
Interview people. But I'm still brown. You're grey. You're gone white. What's happened? The Knickerbocker's gone a little bit hard on you, mate. Christmas, eh?
As I said, we've run out of time. So, Ronnie, the Saturday Express, 12 to 1, estimates how many years, how many interviews per program, means how many interviews you've done over all those years.
Celebrated our 19th year.
Fantastic.
Yeah, terrific. No, thank you. I'm going to make a mention here. There's my colleague over there, Peter Forbes, who's on the program. No, this one here, Pete. Don't turn around. And we're sharing the program. We've had guests in that come and
You share with Ron Lopes. Do you get a word in with Ron Lopes? Good luck. Absolute good luck.
Today, Tony Tardio's up there, one of your great mates from 3AW. You would know Tony. He's sitting up there next to me. We came in together, a little bit late today. But we have various guests on the program, international guests. I never thought in a million years, we were only speaking about this today, that if you took me back to the early days of breakfast and said to me, many years later we'd be interviewing people and talking to them one-on-one or anything like that, I'd say, get out of here. Come on, no way. Here we are, and we've done it, haven't we, Pete? And we've had the cream of the crop, including your good self, mate.
Thank you very much. It's your program has evolved over the years. I know. I listen every Saturday and I just make notes. One thing that hasn't evolved is that bloody laugh cart. Can you get rid of the laugh cart, please? You know, if you can't get spontaneous laughter from the people in your studio, I know. That can go back to Gordon Riddell days too. He wanted to take you off the air for doing that as well. He wanted to take you off the air for about half a dozen different things.
I can't work them out. No, I enjoy it. No, we really do. We do enjoy it, Paul. Gee, I remember you, mate. Paul on the breakfast show.
That's right. Gordon Riddell wanted to have her. I said, no, she's for me.
This, ladies and gentlemen, he was a teacher at St. Joseph the Worker, and he taught my lovely daughter, who now is a mother of two. How's that?
I started teaching when I was 15, like all these other people.
Is that hanging a bit
Kevin,
on, is it?
we've got Friday, Saturdays and Sundays well and truly covered, all in good hands on 96.5 Inter FM.
Thank you, Paul Walsh. Thank you, everyone.
Could I just point out that Rob Williams is down there. Rob has trouble getting around, of course, but he does a Sunday program too.
Enough. Stay there, Rob. How are you doing these days?
Not too bad, thanks, Ian.
Yeah, I tell you, the voice hasn't changed at all. The mobility mightn't be quite as what it used to be, but the voice is still there. Tell us, what do you enjoy about being involved in the radio station?
Well, you can play quite a lot of the good oldies from yesteryear.
Any particular artist in mind that you like to feature every now and again?
I have one for Tommy Dorsey and his orchestra. Also Doris Day and all those goodies from the 40s and the 50s anyway.
Now, you're one of the classic people in community radio that actually started off answering the phones and then moved the way up from the front desk into the studios, didn't you? How many years ago were you answering the phones on the at the radio station?
Well, I started in 1993, and from there, I think it was the 93 right through. And then Brad Bysouth came to me and said, how would you like to try out to do a program of my own? So that went on through till the early 1994. And then I think I think at the end of that year, I came to do my own program, which we called Music for Pleasure.
And I'm sure it was too.
Thank you very much. Yes, it was.
Great, Rob. Well done to you as well.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, everyone. And now we come to the last of our special guests, Dorothy Baker. Dorothy Baker is going to sing a couple of songs for us. She began singing on television in 1957 and worked at Channel 7 before moving to Channel 9 and Graham Kennedy's in Melbourne Tonight. Dorothy had a hit with a song called The Girl from Wolverton Mountain in 1962. And she's worked on many of the cruise ships. What are the cruise ships you worked on, Dorothy? Dorothy Baker.
I sang on the Castel Felice, the Fair Sea, the Fair Sky, the Fair Star, and that was from the 50s through to the 60s, and then late 60s I joined the Flottalara group, which was the Achille Lauro and the Angelina Lauro, and I had a ball.
Dorothy Baker, you've sung for many people, and now you're going to sing for us. We can't wait. Hands together, please, for Dorothy Baker.
Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. Now I knew you'd love me as long as you want to, but then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why should I let myself worry? I'm wondering, what in the world could I do? I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Thank you. Thank you very much, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's been an interesting afternoon, to say the least, hasn't it, with all those wonderful people that you've been listening to on the radio. I remember going and singing at Bill Cosdray's place in the Christmas parties he used to have. Anybody here that used to go there or has been there? Oh, nearly all of you. Yes, they were wonderful days. Yes, that was great. Well, I've been singing many years now. I've been a professional singer, and these days I'm spending my time singing at the retirement villages and the probus clubs. And last week I was at a nursing home, And when I finished, this little old lady came up to me and she said, "Oh, hello, Dorothy. I did enjoy you today." She said, "I've been in this nursing home for a while. I'm 90 and I just got married and I'm on my honeymoon." I said, "At 90, you got married?" Yes. Why at 90 did you get married?" She said, "Well, we did things properly in my day. Not like the young people today, they're married today and they're divorced tomorrow." She said, "No, whatever time I've got left, I'm enjoying myself. And so I met this lovely man here and we're on our honeymoon. Do you want to hear about it? Do you really want to tell me about it?" Yes. She said, "We got married last Friday. My man was right there beside me. Our friends were all gone and we were alone side by side. We were so happily wed when he got ready for bed. Then his teeth and his hair he placed on the chair side by side. One glass eye so tiny, one hearing aid so small. But then he took his leg off and placed it over there by the door. I stood there broken-hearted. Most of my man had departed. I slept on the chair, there was more of him there, side by side. I think we can all relate to that a little bit, can't we? You know, we can all take something off or something out. I just nearly lost mine then. Yes, and you know, the other week I was singing that song to the ladies down at Mornington, and I was going home and I was watching them all getting on the bus, and I passed them and I heard this lady say to her lady friend, "Wasn't she stupid marrying a man like that with all those problems?" Oh, well, there you go. It happens at our age, never mind. You know, there are many beautiful songs sung during World War II. I'd like to sing some for you now. Maybe one of these songs will bring back a memory to you. Thank you. Yours till the stars lose their glory. Yours till the birds fail to sing. Yours till the end of a life story. This pledge to you, dear, I bring. Yours in the grave of December, here or on far distant shores. Oh, I never loved anyone the way I love you. How could I, when I was born to be just yours? There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait and see. There'll be love and laughter and peace ever after. Tomorrow, just you wait and see. The shepherd will tend the sheep, the valley will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little room over the white cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait and see. Underneath the lamplight by the barricade, darling, I'll remember the way you used to wait. 'Twas there that you whispered tenderly that you loved me. You'd always be my own Lily Marlene, my own Lily Marlene. Time has come for roll call, time for us to part. Darling, I'll caress you and press you to my heart. 'Twas there 'neath that far-off lantern light, you held me tight, we kissed goodnight. My own Lily Marlene, my own Lily Marlene. Auf Wiedersehen, auf Wiedersehen. We'll meet again, sweetheart. This lovely day has flown away, and time has come to part. We'll kiss again, like this again. Don't let the teardrops start. With the love that's true, I'll wait for you. Auf Wiedersehen, sweetheart.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dorothy Baker. Well, now we're getting towards the end of our show, and it's time to invite all our on-air presenters, past and present, to come up on the stage and join us in the song Happy Birthday to You. So if you come up please now and join us on centre stage here. And I've got to say, it's great to see so many people coming up. And it's great to see former presenters here, such as Bill Gostray, Tom Proctor, so many people out in that audience that have come along to make this a special day. So it's past and present presenters on stage. And I've got to say thanks so much to our audience that have been here today. You've been absolutely marvellous. Thank you for your support. And we've almost got everybody on stage. We've got some fine singers here. And let's all join in now, led by David Miller, as we sing Happy Birthday.
To you, happy birthday to us. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. You can resume your seats now. Thank you. And thank you to Dorothy Baker and Reg Gorman for leading Happy Birthday to us. Well, that's our show. It's gone so fast. Thanks to everyone who took part in the show, especially Mick Peeling, the John Cox Trio, Eltham Little Theatre, David Small, Reg Gorman and Dorothy Baker. And also the golden voice of Peter Byrne. As a token of appreciation for their service to 96.5 FM, our on-air presenters will be given a souvenir mug to mark the 25th birthday of the station. And if you go over to the corner over there and see Gary Cameron and David Miller, they will present you with a mug. Thank you so much. I've got to say thank you to our on-air presenters and to our sponsors, our committee members, our technical staff and our on-air presenters, committee members and everyone involved, but especially our wonderful listeners. Without our listeners, we wouldn't have a station. So I know there's so many listeners out there today. A happy birthday to 96.5 Inter FM. Did the audience have a good time? Hey, beauty! Okay, we'll go out. Goodbye, everyone. This is Kevin Trask saying goodbye for now.
The 96.5 Inner FM 25th Birthday Variety Concert was sponsored by the Bendigo Bank, the Old England Hotel, and Danaher's Timber and Hardware. Our thanks to producer and director Kevin Trask, video presentation Tim Rivers, front of house Jackie, Maud, Cameron and Virginia, audience coordinator David Miller, stage managers Mick and Gail Poor, technical director Tim Armstrong, tickets David Small, Nick Giuliano and John Gillespie, photography by Arlene Miller, treasurer Adrian Hook, and the organising committee John Gillespie, David Miller, Nick Giuliano, Tim Armstrong, Adrian Hook and Kevin Trask. Special thanks to those who contributed photos and videos. Our thanks to the staff at the Banyule Theatre, particularly the committee of 96.5 Inner FM and everyone who gave their time and service. To you all we say thank you. This has been a 96.5 Inner FM production. Peter Byrne saying, see you in 25 more years on 96.5 Inner FM.
I think they forgot to press record. Kevin? I think they forgot to press record.